Now, do you see a rhyme and reason to all this stuff? And all I'm going to do is the same thing I just did on the first one. I'm going to take this out. If I had the battery operated drill, I'd take these out. You know, but it's still being charged. And incidentally, when I put in these little screws, I always like to put them in hand tight anyways. I don't like to use the battery operated drill because it doesn't take much. If you could see that this screw is a ½ inch long, okay? Doesn't take much to get that screw to strip it with your battery operated drill. Okay, so I'm just going to take that and kind of wedge on it, pop it off. Now, I'm just putting the black mark kind of for your benefit. Let's see here. About there. And about there. Okay. That's kind of for my benefit too. I don't want to get it too close. Kind of doing it the same as I did the other one. Obviously, you want the drill bit just a hair smaller than the screw. My screw, oh, I wasn't paying attention. I was putting the little this little screw back in there, and incidentally, I could I not use these as shims for a couple of them because ultimately I may end up changing some of these out for longer screws, and I have a feeling these short ones really aren't going to hold much after, so I could use those in a pinch if I wanted, if I was running out of 1¼ inch drywall screws, let's say. For this case, I got a whole box of screws, 1¼ inch. I use those for all kinds of stuff. Okay. Even though this is an exterior door, I can do it here because it's underneath. It's not exposed to the weather per se. Okay, I'm trying to keep those about the same as I did before. And I may have to adjust those when it's all said and done. Okay. I'll push this over a little if I can to get that. Come on. To get that back in there. You see how I may have to push on that a little bit to get it back in the slot. I may have to use my hammer here. Oh, wow. Boy, that's something. Okay, there we go. I think, okay, I got it. As long as I get it. The last thing I like to do is to not get that in and just say, oh, I'll just tighten up this screw and it'll go down, and then have it kind of mess up the edge of your notched out area. See? Okay. Now if I tighten that screw anymore, it's going to spin because I could feel it giving way already. I just want those snug for now. Okay. All right. So now that one is sticking out. About the same as that one. Okay. Now I've got to do the top one. I'm going to do the top one the same way after I get the 2x4 down in here again. Let's just get that resituated. And before I had just a little springiness to it. So that when I took the hinge off, it pushed towards the door face a little bit, but that's, either way, I'll get it. Okay. Oh, how did I do this? Oh, that's right. I did it underneath the door. See, usually I'll do this kind of business down on the floor. I would run this and then put the crummy putty knife underneath that so I don't mark up a tile floor, a wood floor. In this case, I'm doing it the very opposite because we had such a big gap, and that's because it was out in the garage. And there's a threshold here, see. Just make it snug. Don't overdo it. Okay. Now, had I not put that, this nail puller would put marks in your concrete in your garage. Do you want that? I don't. That's why I just put the crummy putty knife in there. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to do the same thing I did for these other two. Okay. I'm not going to show you the top one. I'm going to go ahead and do the top one. Get it screwed back. So the next thing you're going to see is the next step after that. Okay. Stick with me. That's all I got for this time. But I'll be back with more videos. And hopefully you learned something. You spent a little time with VideoJoe. You saw what it takes. Patience and determination to get something done. A never give up attitude. And if that's you, that's what my videos will show you. How an average Joe is going to fix things around the house to save money. And you're learning it from an average Joe. What could be better than that? Because you can see all the trials and tribulations I go through in order to get something fixed. You'll be able to see how I Joe Guyver certain things in the future. If you choose to continue to watch my videos, you'll learn all that stuff. You'll learn how to save money. Keep that money in your pocket. Why pay somebody else when you can do it yourself? Alrighty then.